Welcome to Weekday Faith, short, meaningful messages to strengthen your walk with Christ. Because faith isn't just for Sundays, it's for every day of the week. In just a few minutes, we'll unpack fresh Bible-based truths that encourage, challenge, and help us live a little more like Jesus right in the middle of our everyday lives. So take a moment, open your heart, and let's grow together in faith.
Welcome to Weekday Faith. This is a place to encourage you in your week, in your faith journey, implementing the things of God, practically what that looks like, and how we can encourage you. We have been in a series on the Beatitudes, and we are looking at the third Beatitude today. This one, I think, is so timely with the culture that we live in and how people are engaging with one another in conversation. It can be ruthless out there if you are of a varying opinion from somebody. If you have a different idea of truth, it can be very difficult to engage in conversation. So this third one, blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. I think this is a timely beatitude. In this Greek word here, to be meek is to be considerate. It is to be kind, to treat people with kindness and consideration. It's not a weakness, but it is an understanding of how we treat people. So at large, even in the English, when we talk about this word meekness, what we're really saying is that it's somebody that has power, great strength, great authority, but it's under control. It's within an ability to control that. And I think that is the key right there. When we think about the fruit of the Spirit, what is one of the fruits? Self-control. When we are engaging with people, how we engage is so important. Meekness is not saying we are weakened, we have a different opinion, so we are not going to engage in the conversation. No, it is saying, however, there is a way as a Christ follower in which we're going to do it. One of the ancient symbols of meekness was the horse. And I love this idea, the amount of muscle and power and speed, strength in a horse. It can be very destructive when they are wild. We had horses as I was growing up, and our first pony my dad bought, as soon as he brought it home, my sister and I got on it, and that pony bucked us right off. We landed in the gravel driveway. That pony went back to its owner. Then the other pony that I had, my dad and I would take horseback rides on the property behind our house past the cornfield. And there was an area with a little pond and a road that went alongside of it. And for some reason, my pony did not like that road. He did not want to go across it. And so my dad gave me a switch so that I could encourage that pony, force it. He was not going to let me just not go on that road. He was making me make the horse cross that road. And that, even as a pony, they have great strength and power and speed. And what was I having to do? I was having to bring that under my control. So the idea of us as Christ followers, we're seated in the heavenly places. Our Father is the creator of all of the universe. We are sons and daughters of the Most High God. And that is not a place of pride and puffing up. It is the place of taking up the towel that Jesus took up to serve people. Jesus fully engaged in conversations with religious leaders, secular leaders. The apostles did the same. The key here is how we go about it. And if it is the kindness of God that leads us to salvation, why would our engagement with people not be of kindness, would not be of consideration. I think that within the world that we live in, where it can be that ruthlessness of I'm almost afraid to have a different opinion because of how I'm going to be treated. Oh, people don't even want to listen to a differing opinion. How do I even, I don't want to. I'd rather just stay out of it. But we are the salt and light of this earth. And in our workplaces, I think that this is an important beatitude in our workplaces where there can be tension, where there can be a lot of people of differing beliefs. Even within families, there can be such a broad dynamic of belief systems in our families, and tensions can come in. And so how do we treat each other? There should be within us something that even in the disagreement, there is an attraction. They can sense your kindness. They can sense your consideration. We were just at my niece's birthday this weekend talking about some of would be my second uncles and aunts. And one of them, he's 83, and I haven't seen him in years and years, but I remember him vividly from childhood as one of the kindest, most gentle men. And did that mean he was a weak man? No. It meant that his strength came under the control of kindness. It came under the control of gentleness. And when we don't like what another person is doing or what another person believes, this is the time to be people of meekness. This is the time to engage in kindness and in consideration. Whether we like the people or not has no bearing on this verse. We are to be people that are meek. And when we're people of meekness, what does it say? They will inherit the earth. I think that there is an influence that comes when you are a person of meekness. You will gain influence with people if you will treat them with kindness and consideration. So more than ever right now, in our culture, in the time we're living in, I think developing meekness within us is so important in reaching this generation. So I would encourage you this week to maybe look at some previous engagements you've had with people, maybe at work or in your family where there's been disagreement of opinions, and maybe revisit those conversations try to have an outside. If I were just an outsider looking in, what would I look like in that conversation? Was I more confrontational, accusatory? How did I come across? Did I come across in gentleness and kindness? Was I considerate to listen even to their viewpoint? And try to evaluate from that outside perspective to how I really am engaging with people that I don't agree with. It's easy to be kind and considerate with people you are of like thinking, of people that have the same values. That is not where, though, meekness is put on display. Meekness is put on display where there is a clashing of ideas and opinions and beliefs. So take time and just ask, this is what Holy Spirit is good at developing in us. This is the fruit of the Spirit. This is kindness and gentleness and self-control. These are the things that should be developing in us because we have Holy Spirit within us. And so let's be all in people of the Spirit, not just in the giftings of the Spirit, but in the manifestation of the character of the Spirit, and see how it increases your influence with the people around you, how it will draw them near to you and give you open doors to share the gospel. Have a great week and be blessed.